Hello, 3D Render Maniac here, and today I have to talk to you about 3D printer maintenance. I feel like I should have done a video about this already, but it's a good topic. People have 3D printers, and you know they do get dusty and broken, and it's a good idea to really go through what I'm going to talk to you about right now, about where the points where it could get gunky and stuff, and that could affect the motors and stuff like that. So let's go. So this is my 3D printer. It is a MakerBot. Yeah, I finished it. So it's pretty complete. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. The first thing is you want to do is you just want to push the extruder into the corner, make sure it doesn't heat. Cancel. Okay, so first thing you want to do, here is where the extruder is, that's the filament. So what you really want is you want these belts. This is a belt here. You want these belts to be nice and tidy, because if they aren't, you're gonna have some bad problems. Let's get us some light here. Okay, see? These are where the belts are going to, because the belts, what they do is they control where the extruder's moving. They control the axes in which is moving X, Y, and Z. So you want to make sure that those are clear, or what'll happen is, you know, your thing will be jarring all over the place, and you don't want that. So make sure those are clear before you make as part of your maintenance. As we can see here, those are where the motors are. Just a quick side note. Every 3D printer is different. Some have whatever over here. Some move the build plates, some move the extruder, but really just kind of keep these in mind and kind of make it as broad as possible. So kind of take it as broad as possible. So there is the motor. You can see in that little crevice there, right there. There is the motor, and there is the belt. So there is where some of the control will be, and you can see it is clear. And over there, it's also clear. So that's good. So that makes sure that we're not having anything clogging the motors that could potentially disrupt the print. So now what we want to do is make sure the Z-axis, or the build plate height controller, is fine, because then otherwise what will happen is the build plate might not go smoothly and the layers might be a little jarred. So as we can see, there's nothing like dusty or anything. You want to make sure that there's not a lot of dust, because then because if it's a lot of dust, it might affect the performance of the part. Yeah, I think mine looks fine, but yeah, it's just some sort of precaution. And also, as another precaution, you just want to make sure you can lift it, or just make sure that this is oiled up, and it is. So that's good. Okay, so far we haven't had any problems. Many 3D printers don't have a screen, but you just want to make sure that your little screen is all working and blah blah blah. And this is mostly for my 3D printer, but you know, I want to make sure that, you know, like USB port isn't clogged, or that, you know. Also, just as kind of a routine thing, you want to look at your filament and see how much you have. I'm almost done with this spool, but I'm sure I could get a few more prints out of this. These markings are just for this section and this section are equal amount of plastic because of the distance Okay, so regular tissue, and just go over. Tissue will really do the same thing as a duster. Just want to make sure that nothing's too dusty or anything, because dust can affect. You want to go in here to make sure nothing's all gross and mucky and stuff. Because, see, the problem is, when it's very musty and very dusty, it can affect with the air and all that, and you just keep it clean and you'll print better. So yeah, that's basically what you want to do for maintenance. Just make sure the belts are nice and tight, the motors are working. If you want to do a build plate leveling, that's going to be different for everybody. But, yeah. Also make sure that the build plate is, if it's a heated build plate, that it heats up properly. With PLA printers, you really don't need that, but, just make sure that your build plate's leveled and all that. Just make sure, you might want to do a maintenance like this every 2 months or something like that, just to make sure that your 3D printer is working at its maximum efficiency and stuff like that. Because if it's not, then it'll just drain power, and you just don't want that. So, yeah, just keep it clean and stuff like that. Bye.